Welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the 2024 X4M competition. It is the F98 chassis, and this is the last model year of the X4 G02 and F98 chassis, and also the X3s. So rumor has it that the X4 will be taking a hiatus. It may return as an electric vehicle. That remains to be seen. It's still all sort of rumor right now. But I think BMW blog has some of those insights. They usually tend to be pretty much spot on. But let's talk about this one. So this is the Dark Graphite Metallic, which I think is also known as Signapore Grey. So up front we got our daytime running lights, which I think still look pretty damn good. And then of course we have the double slat kidney grille in the vertical position, so the old style of the M grills with X4M badging there. We have the parking assistance package. You can see the camera right there in the middle, and then down below, driving assistance professional package. Moving over to the side, we have the style 765Ms. So this is the older style wheel. They look pretty good, 21 inch. They show off a lot of the caliper and rotor, of course. So red M compound red calipers and cross-drilled rotors on the Continental Sport Contact 6 wheels, so tires. Here's that side profile of Dark Graphite Metallic. It is partly cloudy here in downtown Mountain View. Let's take a look at these rear calipers as well. So these ones do have that M clip that the M3, M4 do not have currently. And the sun's coming out right now, so you get a little bit of the flaking in the Dark Graphite Metallic. Basically a very dark gray color. Then out back, X4M competition badging in gloss black, our faux diffuser, and our quad exhaust. There's that 3/4 view. Now my personal opinion is the X4 is not a very good looking car. And of the current two sports activity coupes in BMW speak, actually technically it's three now because the XM. I think the X6M's proportions are a little bit better, but don't get me wrong, they're both really ugly. But of course, all that is subjective. You may like the X4M, that's great. I think overall the package looks pretty good. I think it's just the proportions, I think, are a little bit, to me, a little bit off. Alright, so let's make our way inside, go over pricing and options. So opening up, we have the Secure Orange Merino Leather, which contrasts nicely against the Signapore or Dark Graphite Grey Metallic. Seats, comfortable, but M badging here lights up. Unfortunately, it's not X4M, so I think a miss on BMW, but otherwise really nice bolstering. Perforation, of course. And you got controls down here for your lumbar support as well as the side bolster adjustment. And X4M competition badging down here. Unusual given the M3, M4 do not have that anymore. Alright, so starting at the inside, we have our standard M steering wheel with stitching, heated steering wheel button as well. Over on the left hand side, you got your Driving Assistance Pro stuff, all the buttons there for cruise control and the active cruise control. M1, M2 buttons in red. Then you got your shift paddles. You can opt for carbon fiber ones, but they're going to look just like this, just in carbon fiber, as a port installed accessory, which is technically put on right after it finishes production in Plant Spartanburg. Finally, iDrive 7 Live Cockpit Pro, and this is the M Mode Sport setup. You got heads-up display, and your iDrive 7 screen, very large. Again, this is one of the last few vehicles that is on iDrive 7. That will change, of course, with the next generation X3, X4, which is expected as model year 25. So carbon fiber interior trim here, which only appears right here on the center console, as well as on the door cards. So if we move down to the center console area down here, you have X4M competition badging up here, but it's all piano black or high gloss black, and plastic cover for your usually inadequate sized cup holders. And the gear selector here embossed with the M emblem and stitching. Really nice touches. Alright, so starting price of the X4M competition, $79,100. Metallic paint adds another $650. The secure orange leather is included. $7,000 for the competition package. Driving Assistance Pro adds another $1,700. Then your executive package for $2,250. And then $500 for the carbon fiber strut brace. We'll take a look at that when we pop the hood. Everything else included. So you got the first aid kit there for $45. All told, MSRP of $92,240. So obviously it's a very expensive car. Imagine if it appears in the next generation, it's going to be a lot more expensive as well. All right, so let's go ahead and hop in the back seat. All right, here's Secure Orange in the back seat. It's standard M seat belts, that nice stitching. All right, so here's the view from the back seat. We do have our moonroof shade open. You have climate control in the back, only one zone. You have USB-C charging ports down there at the bottom. Then knee room and leg room I think is pretty decent. Headroom not too bad, but it can be a little bit compromised if you're of the taller persuasion or your torso is long. You get a little bit more carbon fiber trim here on the rear doors. But overall, pretty nice cabin. All right, make our way to the back here. Use our kick to open for the cargo area. So here's our first aid kit. Surprised they didn't just trash all the covers here. I think this is actually the cover for the car itself. And cargo cover up here. And I think pretty generous in terms of the size of the cargo area. And you do have a spare tire, space saver spare down there. There's no extra storage. All right, let's make our way to the front. Take a look at what's underneath the bonnet here. So underneath the hood here is the S58 inline-six 3-liter twin-turbo engine, 503 horsepower, 479 torques. You can see the very lovely carbon fiber strut brace that goes across to each strut. But, you know, pretty decent investment. Again, it makes the engine compartment look a little bit better. Of course, you may not ever see it, so maybe you don't want to spec that. But the cost isn't too bad. So that's it for a quick tour around the X4M competition, and we'll see you in the next video.